I rise today to speak on the life of former Congressman Bobby Schilling. Bobby Schilling was born and raised in the west end of Rock Island, Illinois, which is the heart of my district. He was the fourth of 5 children born to Francis and Patricia Schilling. He graduated from Alleman High School, where he played football and was named Homecoming King. Coming from a poor neighborhood and never attaining a college degree, Bobby never let hurdles of any size stand in his way. He worked at McMillan Bondell Container Corporation of America, where he served as a union steward in the International Paperworkers Union. He went on to become an insurance agent and financial planner for Prudential Insurance, where he ranked 525 out of 10,000 agents and served as treasurer of his local union, Food and Commercial Workers Union. In 1996, he started St. Giuseppe's Heavenly Pizza with his family, and 25 years later, the family is preparing to open a 4th location in Comanche, Iowa. In 2009, Bobby Schilling decided to make a long-shot bid for U.S. Congress in Illinois' 17th Congressional District, which had been held by a Democrat for nearly 30 years. Despite the odds, Schilling ran a successful campaign, beating the incumbent by more than 10 points. As a member of Congress, Bobby was working to work across the aisle to meet the needs of his district. He prioritized rebuilding the I-74 bridge and even brought then Secretary of Transportation under President Obama, Ray LaHood, to inspect the bridge. He worked with Democratic colleagues to secure key provisions to help Rock Island Arsenal and National Defense Authorization Act. He also prioritized veterans by introducing legislation that expanded their health care access, allowing them to get care from any hospital in America, not just VA clinics. This legislation eventually became law. More than anything, Bobby loved the preborn. He knew that every life has potential to change the world because that he supported every piece of pro-life legislation he could. Bobby loved God and his Catholic faith. Through his battle with cancer, he remained grateful to God for the life he was given and made sure his children knew how good God had been to the Schilling family. It was with grace of God that Bobby managed to overcome many difficulties in his life. Bobby ran if to win the race, and he finished the fight. Bobby loved his family and dedicated his life to them. He wasn't concerned about a successful career as much as he was about providing for his large growing family. He showed love for his family through his work and sacrifice. He built not 1, but 2 homes from the ground up with his family, enjoying taking on challenges and providing doubters wrong. Bobby loved America, a nation where a poor kid from Rock Island could go on to have a successful 35-year marriage and 10 children. Owning several restaurants, building 2 homes, and serving as a member of Congress without a college degree or privilege outside of just being American. Where else would a life like this be possible if not in America, the greatest country in the world? Bobby is survived by his wife, Christy, and his 10 children, Terry, Aaron, Levi, Joe, Isabel, Rachel, Olivia, Sam, Sophie, and Tony, and 14 grandchildren. Share a story. I knew Bobby because I work with his brother-in-law at the fire department. And I knew Bobby in passing before he got into politics. And I remember one time I started getting frustrated and wanted to start getting more involved in politics. This was about 13 years ago. And I thought, what better way to help a good man that I knew in his bid for Congress? So I called Bobby and I asked him, I said, hey, I want to meet with you and see how I can help. I sat down with Bobby and I said, hey, I'm really frustrated. I want to help you. What can I do? And he said, you can't help me, but you can run yourself. And he pointed out a couple seats that I should run for. I tell you that story because I talk to Bobby on the phone very regularly since I've known him. And every time I talk to him, at some point in the conversation, we would talk about the woes of being in politics, and I would always end that part of the conversation with, yeah, and you're the person that got me into this. And Bobby would do this, throw his head back laugh that was one of a kind. The last time I talked to Bobby, I knew when I called him, it was probably going to be the last time. In typical Bobby fashion, he asked me how the kids were doing. It was never about him. And out of habit, I ended the conversation with, "I'll talk to you soon." Without hesitation, Bobby said, "As one Christian to another, I guarantee it." Please keep the Schilling family in your prayers. He left 10 kids, 4 of them still at home with his wife. Bobby was a good man, a good congressman. More than anything, he was my friend. Thank you.